From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Canada's ambassador to the United States is resigning. Kirsten Hillman says in a media statement, this is the right time to put a team in place that will see the CUSMA review through to its conclusion. The Canada-US-Mexico Agreement on Trade is scheduled for a mandatory review next year. Hillman has been Canada's ambassador to the United States for 6 years. She'll end her tenure in Washington, D.C. in the new year. Air Transat has canceled more flights ahead of an early Wednesday morning strike deadline from its pilots. The leisure carrier's canceled flights were out of Toronto and Montreal to places like Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Peru, and Spain. No deal has been reached yet with Air Transat's 750 pilots who want improvements to their wages, job security, and quality of life. The federal government has introduced broad new legislation to protect victims of sexual and intimate partner violence and keep children safe from predators. Justice Minister Sean Fraser says the bill will change the way some murders are classified.
We're moving forward with changes that will recognize the severe impact that femicide has on families, on communities, on people in this country. We specifically will be creating a constructive first-degree murder charge where certain factors are present when a murder takes place, including a murder that is motivated by hate, including murder that takes place during the commission of a sexual offense, and including murder that follows a pattern of coercive and controlling behavior.
The legislation brings back mandatory minimum sentences that were previously ruled unconstitutional by the Supreme Court of Canada and provincial courts. The family of a 15-year-old boy fatally shot by police in an off-island suburb of Montreal back in September is now suing the officers and the city of Longueuil. His mother, Fahima Rezai, says she lost trust in the police after what happened to her son.
Police officers are no longer protectors. Every time I see a police officer, I see them as a potential killer. They killed my child for nothing.
The family alleges Longueuil police used unreasonable and disproportionate force when they opened fire on the teenager. Health Canada has approved the first drug that is designed to treat postpartum depression. Canada Research Chair in Reproductive Mental Health, Dr. Crystal Clark, says antidepressants are often used, but Zurzuvae works faster.
Although we have treatment options that can be effective for many who have postpartum depression, this will be the first drug that only needs to be taken for 2 weeks and has a rapid onset of a few days.
Symptoms of postpartum depression include intense sadness or anxiety, feelings of worthlessness, shame or guilt, difficulty bonding with the baby, and having trouble doing daily tasks. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Edmonton Oilers look for a third win in a row tonight when they host the Buffalo Sabres in NHL action. Also tonight, Montreal hosts Tampa Bay, Ottawa entertains New Jersey, Winnipeg welcomes Dallas. Canada and the United States complete their rivalry series in women's hockey with games tomorrow and Saturday in Edmonton. The U.S. won the first 2 games. Winning in Edmonton is important, but Canada's head coach Troy Ryan says the 2 games must also be an evaluation tool for deciding who will play for Canada in February's Winter Olympics.
We'd obviously like to close the gap a little bit here, have some confidence heading into the Olympics. We still got some sorting out to do.
Canada and the United States last met in a game in Edmonton in December of 2017. And in basketball action, the Toronto Raptors host the New York Knicks tonight in an NBA Cup quarterfinal match. Raps are in a slump with just 1 win in their last 6 games. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.